So before we get into the review for this microphone, I want to share with you my background. I'm a full-time voice actor for over 10 years, and I've come across a lot of premium equipment. Microphones, preamps, compressors, audio interfaces. It takes a good deal of equipment to get a really great professional sound. Or not, I mean, you can just have a high-quality interface and a microphone. The point is, great sound is not easy to come by. And whenever I see these USB microphones, I'm like, when they're claiming to be professional, I'm like, okay, good try. Let's see what you got. But every now and then I come across a unicorn of a USB microphone that offers to have a professional sound. Now, while it never gets to the level of the pro gear, sometimes you're like, wow, you're getting pretty close. This is the CACENCAN multi-purpose condenser microphone. This is a USB microphone. And like I said before, well, you've been hearing this entire time. It actually sounds pretty good. I mean, you tell me right now, leave a comment and link down below. How does it sound? Because I think it actually sounds pretty impressive. Not pro level, but man, it sounds really good for gaming, podcasting, maybe for a Zoom call, or maybe if you want to do auditions, if you're a voice actor and you want to audition if you want to audition in a nice little quiet place, this could actually be a solid option. I mean, right now I'm recording on my iPad Pro. Check this out. There you go, right? Using this USB microphone. And really, let's just say if you're out of town, or if maybe you went to grandma's house or something and you had an audition come up, you could actually take your iPad, connect this microphone to your iPad and just start recording from there and then send it off right there, all because of this. Of course, you need all the equipment, but of course you need a decent sounding microphone. So you're actually sending, auditions that you're actually happy with. All right, let's talk about the features of this microphone. First, it comes in two polar patterns. Your first pattern is the cardioid pattern, which you have in the back. You can just switch it over to, well, my right, your left, and switch it over to the cardioid pattern. Now, the cardioid pattern is a heart-shaped pattern where it rejects a lot of noise in the back and gives you all the detail and picks up most of the audio in the front like you can hear here right now. So let me give you a sense of when I turn this around so you can hear the rejection. All right, so again, this is the front, and as I turn it around, you can hear that my voice starts to drop off. And when it gets to the back, you can hear it really drops off. And when I turn it around, we got full detailed audio right here in the front. The second polar pattern is the omnidirectional. I'll switch it over to my left, your right, and you'll hear it's a bit different, but now this picks up 360-degree audio, which is more ideal for like Zoom calls or meetings where you have a group of people around a table and you want them to be heard equally. So let me go ahead and turn this around, and you can hear that as I'm spinning it around, you can hear my voice just fine all the way around. But for this video, we're gonna go right back to cardioid. There we go. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing headphones. This does offer very low latency when monitoring your microphone. Just plug a headphone in the back and you're good to go. You also have a volume knob at the bottom so you can adjust the levels of how you're hearing yourself. Now let's talk about some of the buttons on the top here. As you can see, it's pulsing different colors from one gradient to another. But as we press the RGB button, we go through different colors as it's pulsing. And eventually we'll get to a rainbow pattern. There we go. There you go. So that's actually pretty cool. Again, this is pretty cool. You would think for the $1,000 microphones that I've used before in the past, you'd think they'd offer some kind of RGB. I get it. Maybe that's a gimmick, but for that kind of cash, give me some kind of cool factor like RGB. I don't know. All right, let's leave with a rainbow. This microphone also does feature noise cancellation. Now, I don't know if you've heard right now, I've got my kids singing in the background. I've got my computer fans running in the background, of course, the AC. You may have been hearing some things kind of running in the background. Well, by pressing the noise cancellation button, it completely gets rid of all of that and it just focuses on my voice. Now, in my opinion, it's a pretty heavy gate where I hear myself speaking, but it kind of keeps on cutting off at the beginning and the end of my words. But as far as all of the additional noise, like the fans in the background or the AC or just the room noise, all of that is gone. Like I don't hear that at all in my headset. So it does a very strong job when it comes to rejecting sound. And of course, the last button on top is your mute button where you just press the mute. And you saw how when I pressed the mute button, all the lights just went off to reflect that no signal's going through. Okay, so by now you should have a good idea of what you think about the sound quality of this microphone, but also if you notice that it's actually sitting on a desktop stand, so you can actually just put on your desk. But it also does have some boom arm attachments as well, so we're going to switch over to a boom arm so you can see what that looks like, and let's see what it does to the sound as well. Okay, so if you listen up, you're probably noticing that the sound of the microphone has changed a bit. It sounds a little more fuller, richer, a little more detailed. That's because we have the capsule right in front of my mouth, and it's there to pick up all the detail of my voice. Big difference from having the microphone on the desk and my voice is just kind of passing over the capsule, just kind of picking up what's in range. So again, you want the best sound, you want to keep it right in front of your mouth. Of course, you want to be careful of plosives, and that's where the windscreen comes in. Okay, so again, this microphone does claim to have professional features. Let's talk about those. First, this is a condenser microphone. What is a condenser microphone? Well, condenser microphones are microphones that require power to power the microphone. Usually with a condenser microphone, you'll find that they're more sensitive to the point where they'll even pick up a lot of noise in the background. They're very sensitive. They'll pick up a lot of the detail of your voice. That's great. That's the opposite of what you may hear from dynamic microphones, where they do more of sound rejection, but they're not as detaily when it comes to the voice. So we have a condenser microphone right here. When it comes to recording, this features 192 kilohertz and 24-bit recording. What does that mean? Well, it means you got fantastic, more than enough overhead when it comes to EQing or manipulating the audio that you get from this microphone. Normally with the 24-bit resolution, you can EQ this, so you can do a lot of tweaks, maybe reverbing or compression or additional EQing without the audio falling apart. So having specs like that gives you, again, more headroom to work with your audio. Secondly, as you're EQing that audio, you want to work with a full frequency range. Well, this microphone gives you 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz of the full frequency range. Sometimes you'll work with microphones and they kind of cut off on either side, so you're not getting the full range. Here you are. All right, let me give you my final thoughts when it comes to this microphone. First, I like the sound. I felt like it gives you a good, decent sound, especially if it's right on top of your face and it's picking up all the details. I like how it comes to the windscreen to protect from the plosives. I really like the RGB support as well. I mean, it really makes the microphone look cool. And of course, you do come with additional accessories like different colors for the spring mount. And if you notice, you may have not heard any kind of shaking from this microphone throughout this video. It really does a great job of stopping the vibrations coming to the microphone. And you also have other adapters, so you can connect it to a boom arm as well. Of course, there's a USB-A to USB-C device that lets me connect it to my iPad or any other device that's connecting through USB-C. It does come with accessories to help you out and make sure you're up and going. As far as my cons, well, it is a USB mic. I wish it did have an XLR port so I could XLR and RGB at the same time, but that's that. But I'm just kind of nitpicking. But this is a very affordable mic that can use to actually, again, gaming, podcasting, Zoom calls, or even voiceover auditions if you want to. Super convenient, portable, take it around, connect it to your laptop or your tablet, maybe even your phone. You're good to go. All right, guys, that is the CACENCAN multi-purpose condenser microphone. Really hope this video helped you out. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own CACENCAN multi-purpose microphone. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit that like button if you like what's going on here, and also ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.